Hello everybody and welcome to this, and this is probably going to be an unpopular video, but you know what, that's the cost of having an original thought and an opinion. So if you don't like rants or opinions, then I do implore you to leave right now, because I'm pissed off and quite frankly embarrassed. Embarrassed to call myself a gamer, embarrassed to, though I'm not a fan of group identity, but if I'm referring to being a gamer as a hobby, something that I partake in, there's foodies, there's movie buffs, and so on and so forth. But at least in the industry, those industries, I can't attest for food, but at least in the entertainment industry, well, the film and entertainment industry, because video games are technically an entertainment industry, and they're no exception to this. But you know, the film, at least the film industry, when there's a controversy, it's substantial. It's something that, like Me Too, it's fairly important and of significance. Whereas, things that constitute as controversies in the gaming industry are fake outrage, just for the sake of views and, sensationalism and just arguing like 37-year-old fucking men arguing about Cooking Mama and that whole fiasco, even though it wasn't a fiasco. That's not news. It's not a controversy. It came down to licensing issues, and everybody knows that. But you're excluding accuracy for the sake of views and public interest, which is the definition of sensationalism. So I mean, it pisses me off. You see, you see these videos, you see a myriad of videos on YouTube of just, everybody just bitching and whining, and it's just part and parcel of the entitlement, the self-entitlement of gamers just whinging about like the whole Animal Crossing egg thing. Because Christ forbid, Nintendo, during a pandemic release, they're probably going to do this anyway, but to release a free themed event for a week, and there was an excessive amount of eggs. And people are whinging and bitching about the fact that there are too many fake virtual eggs in their Animal Crossing game, a game predicated on shaking trees, and like it just fucking escapes me. And then you have some 40-year-old guy on YouTube ranting and raving and just the fake outrage just for the sake of, their own personal agenda. It just pisses me off, and it just comes down to that whiny entitlement. And it's quite frankly embarrassing to even, that's why the video game industry, yeah, we rack in the money. Not we, I'm not part of the establishment, but the industry rakes in rather, a fuck ton of money. We've seen that with GTA 6 or GTA 5 rather, and GTA 6 is going to be no exception. It's going to, rake in lots of money. But, despite the fact that this industry makes a lot of money, there's a lot of, bad apples, and there's a lot of, there's just a lot of, all the shit you see on YouTube. What constitutes as gaming news is not fucking gaming news. And it's all fake outrage. And God, it's just irritating to see just the fakeness of it. It just pisses me off. Like, it's, there's no way somebody ranting about Animal Crossing and eggs, there being too many eggs in Animal Crossing, there's no actual way they're that pissed. If you're that pissed off about something like that, something that insignificant, you're most likely faking your way through that just to get, Angry Joe does it. I didn't want to name names, but, I mean, he's like a 36-year-old man just ranting about it's non-fucking news shit. And it's all essentially all the shit and controversies that, honestly, are all just all predicated from sensationalism, and they're basically all the controversies you see on YouTube and all the idiots making videos about shit that they just regurgitate from articles that they read. It's not really there's no opinion to it. There's like a brief opinion, if that, but then pretending that they care. It's just exhausting, and it's just fucking annoying, and it's just like, who cares? Who gives a fuck if there's too many eggs? Who cares? And like, you have some positivity for a change. It's just like, fuck. Why don't you talk to Nintendo and request that Nintendo, like, I don't know, like a civilized person, instead of berating them and making these fucking videos and outrage and fake outrage, instead of bitching at them on the internet, instead of going to their Twitter and being like, oh hey, there's an issue here that we noticed, and maybe you can take care of it. I don't know, anything more than just, like a fucking child ranting at some company to do this. Just, oh man, it pisses me off. It's just annoying, and it's just the controversies are essentially tabloids, the tabloids of the video game industry. No different than if you're at a supermarket and you saw, on magazines, there was, if you had Game Informer and if you had all these magazines at the checkout and you just saw these, ridiculous people on YouTube in the thumbnails, and we're all guilty of it. But I come to a point where if it's not fucking news, I'm not going to talk about it. Like the fact that there's a little too many eggs in Animal Crossing that are crafting materials anyway. And it's a fucking week-long thing. And it's just like, get over it. That's not news. Sorry, it's not news. And I know it's a slow time for news right now, or talking about news, or just basically plagiarizing something you saw in an article and talking about it. I'm not against, obviously, reviewing games, reacting to something that's actually newsworthy and not just trying to sensationalize a non-story, a nothing burger of a story, just like the Cooking Mama thing, which was just a distribution right issue. And when it went on the store, they realized, oh, we shit the bed on that. We're pulling it. It was a legal issue. It was just benign, moot. And yeah, for the people that like Cooking Mama, but I doubt there's 37-year-old men that, yes, if you like Cooking Mama, but I doubt you're going to get that outraged about something that it just doesn't add up. And it's just, I'm just fucking sick and tired of seeing. And then you got the giveaways, you got the pandering to, it's just, there's almost just like no maturity on YouTube. It's just all fake, and it's just makes you just not want to do it. Honestly, it just makes you want to go. It's just a fucking, especially in gaming. Gaming is just the most toxic community. The gaming community is the most toxic community, if it's even, I don't even know if you can constitute it as a community, because it's all self-serving, people just trying to fulfill their own personal agenda, claiming this, claiming that, and I'm fucking sick and tired of seeing it. And if it's not newsworthy, don't talk about it. And if it's a slow period, then, I don't know, come up with an original idea, like make a top list video. I've been thinking about doing that. Fuck, it's just like, get over it. It's not news. It's not news. And like, you see Angry Joe fucking ranting and raving, and this isn't directed at him. This is directed at people like him. And, doing the whole fucking thing in the thumbnail and just pretending to be outraged. And it's like, I'm not a journalist. I'm not a reporter. Why would I report? And if I was a reporter, I'd be like, that's a nothing burger of a story. That it's just stupid. So, fuck. Like, and it's like all the PlayStation, I made a video about this, all the news, the speculation about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and we'll know more when we know about it. Instead of pontificating about what could be the details and this and that. And like, I like, talking to my friends about, speculating with my friends what this could be. But just, we don't even speculate that much. It's just like, well, when the official statement comes out, then I'll react to that. So anyway, fuck, I know this is just a rant and all over the place, but the stupidity of it, I just can't take it. I can't even pretend, I can't even act as though I'm interested in talking about something as insignificant as there being too many eggs in a fucking game during an Easter week themed event. It's like, get over it, people. And the Cookie Mama thing, who gives a fuck? Who gives a flying fuck? That felt better. Anyway, there's going to be, so if you don't like an opinion, you're going to dislike this video. Or if you disagree, so you can disagree. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to pander to people. This is me. This is my fucking opinion. If you don't like it, fuck off. God. But, I just want to be honest. There's so much fucking fakery. It's not a word, but it's just so contrived, and everything you see, and it just comes off as desperate. And it's like, I've just wanted to do this for fun. I don't fucking need YouTube. I just thought like, oh, come on here and give this a shot. Maybe it'd be fun. But just seeing the community and seeing it, I cringe at even the thought. I shudder to even consider a community, the YouTube community, a community. Because it's just a toxic, and I know it's a cliche, but it's just a toxic, just sensationalizing, just fuck machine of a website. And I just want to come on here and be honest. That's all I wanted to do, and just have fun, talk about games, talk about things that are actually significant, news that's significant, or extrapolate on news, because all of you hear about the news. You're all notified. You all see the articles. You don't need me to regurgitate and plagiarize some fucking article, okay? And I'm sick of thinking I need to do that. I'll talk about something and expand upon something that we already are aware of, and You'll come listen to me if you want to hear somebody's opinion. You'll probably go to somebody else to hear a different opinion. That's what YouTube should be. It's broadcast yourself, not broadcast a fucking giveaway, not broadcast a fake outrage for the sake of a video predicated and based on a controversy that's not even a controversy. It's just fuck. Anyway, yeah, you guys know where the dislike and like buttons are. I don't need an indicator to show you how to do that. Subscribe. I'm sure you can find the big red button on your own. I'm not going to insult you by trying to manipulate you into clicking it. So anyway, I just had to get that off my chest, and this was this was just an off-the-cuff ramble. I've been reading these stories and seeing people pretending to react on YouTube, and just it's all sensationalized, and it's just these little stupid controversies are just embarrassing, and they just show the entitlement of the industry, and we're never going to be taken seriously if we continue this attitude and continue this. Everybody's in pursuit of their own agenda, and they're willing to sensationalize something to the point where it's just it's inaccurate, and you're a 40-year-old man ranting about Cookie Mama. Like, give me a fucking break. It's not news, distribution issue. That's it. Pretty benign. So anyway, take care and stay isolated, and I might make another gaming related video that isn't a rant soon, or maybe it will be another rant. Who knows? Well, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, take care.